Yankees clubhouse. Early afternoon. Outside, summer sun blazing. Inside, players preparing for game, putting on uniforms, checking bats, stretching muscles. Normal pre-game routine. But in corner, Babe Ruth. Sitting. Not dressed, not holding bat, not stretching. Eating, hot dog, his third, and no sign of slowing down. Gehrig walks in, sees Ruth, stops, raises eyebrows. Babe, game's in 2 hours. Ruth looks up, mouth full, waits until he swallows to speak. I know. Why are you eating hot dogs? I'm hungry. But you're not supposed to eat before games. Full stomach means lower performance. Everyone says so. Trainers say it, doctors say it. Ruth picks up fourth hot dog, takes bite, talks while chewing. Lou, you listen to doctors and trainers. I listen to my body, and my body says more hot dogs. Gehrig shakes head. Bone doesn't believe it, but won't argue. Arguing with Ruth is wasting time. Once he decides something, nothing changes his mind. Gehrig goes to locker, starts putting on uniform. Ruth finishes fifth hot dog, opens sixth. Bob Musell walks in, sees Ruth, pauses. Babe, are you serious? About what? About eating hot dogs before game. Very serious. How many have you eaten? 5, on my 6th. Babe, you're going to get sick. You'll throw up on field, embarrass team, newspapers will write. Ruth raises hand, stops Musell. Bob, don't worry about me. I'm 220-pound man. 6 hot dogs is like snack to me. Musell laughs, but worried laugh. You should be preparing for game. This is my preparation. Other people run, stretch, meditate. I eat. Food makes me strong, full babe. Ruth is always better than hungry Babe Ruth. Musell shakes head. Ole walks out. Ruth finishes 7th hot dog. Tony Lazzeri walks in, pauses, looks at Ruth. Babe, really? Everyone keeps asking same thing. Yes, really. How many? 7. You're going to get sick. No, I'm not. Your performance will drop. No, it won't. Babe, nobody eats 7 hot dogs before game. Ruth stops, puts down 7th hot dog, looks at Lazzeri. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm making bet. $100. Right now I'm going to eat 12 hot dogs before game. Then I'm going to go out there and hit 2 home runs. 12 hot dogs, 2 home runs. You in? Lazzeri laughs, real laugh. Babe, if you eat 12 hot dogs, you won't even be able to walk. Forget home runs, you'll barely get off bench. So it's easy money. Take the bet, Lazzeri thinks. $100 is a lot of money. But Babe Ruth can't hit 2 home runs after eating 12 hot dogs. Impossible. Physically impossible. Deal! Ruth smiles, extends hand, they shake. I want witnesses. Get everyone. 5 minutes later, clubhouse is full. Whole team gathered. Gehrig, Musell, Lazzeri, Earl Combs, Mark Koenig, others. Everyone standing around Ruth. Ruth stands up. Gentlemen, I made bet with Tony. $100. Right now I'm eating 12 hot dogs. Before game. Then I'm going out there and hitting 2 home runs. Who thinks I can't do it? Hands go up. Almost everyone. Musell. Babe, this is crazy. Combs. Your stomach will explode. Koenig. You'll pass out on field. Ruth laughs. Then make your own bets. Easy money, $50 each. Who's in? Hands slowly go up. Musell takes bet. Combs takes bet. Koenig takes bet. 4 more players take bet. Total 8 players betting 50 each. Ruth can't do it. Ruth smiles. Perfect. You will now watch. Takes 8th hot dog, bites, chews slowly, making show of it. Players watching, some laughing, some disgusted, some just shocked. 9th hot dog. Ruth speeds up, finishes in 2 minutes. 10th hot dog, faster. 1.5 minutes, players getting quiet. This is real. He's really doing it. 11th hot dog. Ruth slowing down, chewing harder. Swallowing takes longer, but not stopping. Keeps going. Gehrig whispers to Musell. He's going to get sick. Definitely. Musell. I know, but try stopping him. Once he starts, he's unstoppable. 12th hot dog. Ruth picks it up, looks at it, takes deep breath, bites, chews slowly, room completely silent, everyone watching. Ruth's face turning red, sweat on forehead. but keeps eating. Second bite, third, fourth, fifth, last bite. Swallows, 12th hot dog, done. Ruth stands, raises arms. You victory pose. Done, 12 hot dogs, now game time. Players applauding, but skeptical applause. Still don't believe he can hit home runs. Ruth puts on uniform, moving slowly, stomach swollen. Moving is hard, but smiling. Players watching him, expecting him to throw up. But he doesn't. Just puts on uniform, grabs bat, walks toward door. Gehrig. Babe, you sure? Sure about what? Sure you can play? Lou, I'm about to win $400. 12 hot dogs never felt more worth it. Walks out to field. Sun beating down, hot, very hot. Ruth feels heat, feels stomach. 12 hot dogs moving around in heat. Not pleasant, but not turning back. Made bet, told teammates. Now has to prove it. Starts warming up, slowly. Normally runs, jumps, stretches. Today slow walk, light swing. Tries swinging bat, feels heavy. Everything feels heavy. Musel comes over. Miss, how you feeling? Like I'm pregnant. Can you play? Have to, $400 online. Game starts. Ruth standing in right field. Normally, shadows players. Catches fly balls, makes flashy plays. Today just standing, not moving. Player hits fly ball, coming toward Ruth. Ruth starts running, heavy, slow, but catches ball, throws to infield, crowd applauds. But Ruth knows it's different, not normal. Stomach too full, breathing hard, third out, inning over, Yankees batting. Ruth returns to dugout, sits down, deep breath. Teammates watching him, worried. Gehrig. You okay? I'm fine. Really? Lou, stop asking. First two batters get out. Now Ruth's turn. Grabs bat, stands up, slow, every movement careful, stomach protesting every move. Walks to plate, crowd yelling, Babe! 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 Normally loves this sound. Today head pounding. Strike one, umpire yells. Ruth nods. Strike one, umpire yells. Ruth nods. Okay, focus. Second pitch, outside. Ruth doesn't swing. Ball one. Third pitch, middle, perfect pitch. Ruth swings, contact, but weak. Ball rolling to third baseman. Easy out. Ruth running, slow. Normally runs fast. Today heavy. Gets out before reaching first. Returns to dugout. Sits, head in hands, Lazzeri laughing. How's it going, babe? Still hitting those 2 home runs? Ruth looks up, stares at Lazzeri. Game's not over. Second inning, Ruth back in right field. Normally energetic. Today barely standing. Player hits grounder, coming to Ruth. Bends down, picks up ball, throws, out. Simple play, but breathing hard. After third out, returns to dugout. Drinks water. Eat too much, stomach protesting. Gehrig. Babe, maybe you should stop playing. No, you look sick. I'm fine, but... Lou, I'm serious. Stop. Third inning, Ruth batting again. Second at-bat, walks to plate. Crowd yelling again. Pitcher ready, first pitch. Ruth swings, misses. Strike one, second pitch. Ruth swings, foul. Strike two, danger zone. One more strike and out. Third pitch, pitcher throws changeup, slow. Ruth waits, swings, contact, good contact, ball going up, going to outfield, deep, very deep. Right fielder running, back, toward wall, looking up, ball going over him, going over wall, into stands. Home run, stadium explodes, Ruth running bases, slow running, normally jumps, yells, celebrates. Today just walking, but smiling. One home run, one more to go. Reaches home, teammates greeting him, congratulating. Thou Lazzeri smiling. Lucky hit. Ruth, if I eat 12 more hot dogs, maybe I'll hit 2 more. Sits down, breathing, stomach still full, still heavy. But hit 1 home run, proved he could do it. 4th inning, 5th, 6th. Ruth bats again. 3rd inning, at bat, single hit, right field, simple single. Not bad, but not home run. Standing on first base, next batter coming up. Ruth preparing to steal second. Normally fast. Today, slow, very slow. Doesn't try stealing, just waits. Next batter hits fly ball, out. Inning over. Ruth returns to dugout. 7th inning. Yankees up 3-2. Ruth's home run made difference, but game still close. Team needs another home run. Widen lead. Ruth batting again. Fourth at-bat. Walks to plate. Slower. Stomach carrying 12 hot dogs for hours. Weight hasn't decreased, but not giving up. Bet still on. He still needs one more home run. Pitcher ready. Different pitcher. Changed after sixth inning. Fresh arm. Fast balls. First pitch. Fastball. 95 miles per hour. Ruth doesn't swing. Watches. Strike one. Good pitch. Middle. Should have swung. Second pitch. Curveball. Outside. Ball one. Third pitch. Fastball again. High. Ruth swings. Misses. Strike two. Danger zone. 1 ball. 2 strikes. Fourth pitch. Pitcher throws changeup. Ruth waits. Times it. Swings. Contact. Massive contact. Ball exploding off bat. Sound different. Higher. Clearer. Perfect contact sound. Ball going up. Going to center field. Deep. Very, very deep. Center fielder not even running. Knows. Everyone knows. That ball is gone. Going over wall. Way over. Into stands. Back of stadium. Monster home run. Stadium going crazy. 60,000 people on feet. Yelling, screaming, applauding. Now Ruth running bases. Normally smiles, waves, celebrates. Today just walking, but smiling, wide smile. 2 home runs. After eating 12 hot dogs. Did impossible. Reaches home. Whole team coming out of dugout. Greeting, applauding, congratulating. Gehrig. Incredible, Babe. How did you do it? Ruth. Told you, full Babe is strong, Babe. Lazzeri approaching, smiling, but defeated smile. You won, Babe, I admit it. Ruth. Game's not over yet. We'll talk after. Sits down, finally relaxing. 2 home runs, 1 bet. Now just has to finish game. 8th inning, 9th. Ruth bats one more time. 5th at bat, ground out. Gets out. But doesn't matter. Already hit 2 home runs. Already 1 bet. Game ends. Yankees win 5-3. One of winning runs from Ruth's second home run. Hero, return to clubhouse. Ruth takes off uniform. Sits down. Deep breath. And stomach still full but relaxed. No more moving required. Lazzeri approaches. Takes out wallet. Counts $100. Hands to Ruth. You won, I admit it. Didn't believe you, but you did it. Ruth takes money. Smiles. Tony never bet against Babe Ruth. Musil comes over, gives $50, then Combs, $50, then Koenig, $50. One by one, 8 players come, give 50 each. Ruth counts, 100 from Lazzeri, 400 from others. Total, $500, in one day, by eating hot dogs. Ruth holds money in air. Gentlemen, dinner's on me tonight. Everyone laughing, applauding, still can't believe it, but respecting it. Gehrig approaches, sits next to Ruth. Babe, I have to ask seriously. How did you do it? How did you hit 2 home runs after eating 12 hot dogs? It's physically impossible. Ruth laughs. Lou, it's not science. No, it's not body mechanics. I'm just different. My stomach works different than normal people. More I eat, stronger I get. Don't know why. Doctors don't know why. But that's how it is. Always been like that. But doesn't it make moving harder? It does. First few innings were terrible. Felt heavy, slow. But then body adapted. Food started giving energy. And by 3rd inning when I hit first home run, I knew. Knew I could hit second one too. Gehrig shakes head. You're legend, Babe. No, Lou. I'm just very hungry, man. Everyone laughs. Ruth puts $500 in pocket. Stands up. Now, who's going to restaurant? 12 hot dogs was great start. But now, time for real food. Teammates groaning. Babe, you can't be serious. Very serious. Hitting 2 home runs makes man hungry. That evening, Ruth took team to fancy restaurant. Ordered for everyone. And steak, potatoes, bread, dessert, drinks. Bill on Ruth from $500. During meal, players still talking about game. About Ruth's 2 home runs. About 12 hot dog bet. Lazzeri, Babe, tell me truth. Were you really sure you could hit 2 home runs? Or just betting on luck? Ruth cutting steak, thinking. Tony, let me tell you secret. I'm never sure. But I always believe. Believing and being sure are different. If I was sure, it wouldn't be bet. It'd be guarantee. But I believed I could do it, and belief is sometimes more powerful than certainty. Musel. But 12 hot dogs? Why that many? Ruth laughs. Because 6 was too boring, 10 wasn't enough, 12 is number worthy of legend. And because you didn't believe, all of you said impossible. And I love impossible. Impossible motivates me. Combs. So you were testing us? No, testing myself. You heard? Babe, all of New York heard. You hit 2 home runs in game. Ruth smiling. You heard? Babe, all of New York heard. They announced on radio. Newspapers writing about it now. Babe Ruth leads Yankees to victory with 2 home runs. Ruth takes $100 from pocket. Part of winnings from teammates. Gives to Claire. Go shopping. Get yourself something. Claire takes money. Looks suspicious. Babe, where did this money come from? Won it? Gambling? No, made bet. But about myself. Said I'd eat 12 hot dogs and hit 2 home runs. Won. Claire eyes wide. 12 hot dogs? Before game? Yes. And you didn't get sick? No. And you hit 2 home runs? Yes. Claire shakes head. Babe, you're beyond normal. Ruth laughs. Hugs wife. Told you, I'm Babe Ruth. Rules don't apply to me. Next day newspapers wrote story, but only wrote about game. 2 home runs, winning runs, Yankees victory. Didn't mention 12 hot dog bet, because they didn't know. Stayed in clubhouse. Between players. Secret. But within team became legend. Years later, players still told story. After Gehrig retired, asked in interview, Lou, what was most surprising moment playing with Babe Ruth? Gehrig smiled. One day he ate 12 hot dogs before game. We all said he'd get sick, couldn't play. But that day he hit 2 home runs, then took us to dinner with money he won. That day I understood Babe Ruth can't be explained by normal rules. Interviewer. 12 hot dogs before game? Yes. And said it was just snack. Had real dinner that night. Incredible. That was Babe Ruth. Everything about him was incredible. Lazzeri told similar story. In retirement, opened baseball school, teaching young players. One day student asked, Coach, should we eat before games? Lazzeri. No, absolutely not. Light snack okay, but big meal never. Student. Why? Because full stomach means lower performance. You feel heavy, run slow, hit weak. Another student. But what about Babe Ruth? Heard he always ate. Lazzeri paused, smiled. Babe Ruth was different. One day saw him eat 12 hot dogs, before game. We all said he couldn't play, but that day he hit 2 home runs, cost me $100. But that wasn't rule. That was Babe Ruth anomaly. You're not Babe Ruth. I wasn't either. There was only one. And he could break rules. We can't. Students laughed, but understood. As Babe Ruth was legend. And legends don't follow normal rules. Years later, sports doctors studied Ruth's body, tried understanding how he could eat so much and still perform. One doctor explained, Babe Ruth's metabolism was significantly different from normal people. His body could digest food extraordinarily fast, and energy conversion was extremely efficient. Most people eat 12 hot dogs. Body uses all energy for digestion, no energy left for muscles. But Ruth's body could both digest and send energy to muscles simultaneously. This is genetic, not something you can train, either born with it or not. Ruth had it. Another doctor added, also Ruth's mental strength was factor. After eating that much food, he felt physically uncomfortable, but he managed to focus his mind, ignored discomfort, just concentrated on job. That's extraordinary mental discipline. Most athletes can't do it. Sports psychologist also commented, Ruth's belief in himself was unique. He believed he could do it, and that belief allowed him to transcend physical limits, like reverse placebo effect. Mind told body, you can do this, and body believed. That game remained one of memorable moments in Ruth's career, not just because he hit 2 home runs. He'd hit 2 home runs hundreds of times. What was special was doing it after eating 12 hot dogs, proving impossible, showing teammates that Babe Ruth doesn't follow normal rules. He writes his own rules, and those rules work, only work for him, but they work. Winning bet also mattered. Won $500, but money wasn't important. Proving was important, not to himself, to others. People always say, this is impossible, or this can't be done, or rules are rules. Ruth would hear these and think, not for me. Then prove it, again and again, always. That was his superpower, not physical strength, mental strength, power of belief, courage to say, I can do this, then will to actually do it. After that day, teammates stopped betting against Ruth because they learned. Betting against Ruth meant losing money. He always found way to win, always surprised, always did impossible. Musel once joked, Babe, bet you'll fly from sky, maybe you'll actually do it. Ruth laughed. Bob, wrong bet. Flying from sky needs wings. I don't have wings, but bet I'll jump from plane with parachute and then hit home run in game. That bet I'd win. Everyone laughed, but nobody bet, because Ruth really could do it. And impossible. Man who broke rules. Man who impossible. Man who broke rules. Man who ate 12 hot dogs and hit 2 home runs. And this story, even though newspapers never wrote it, passed down generation to generation within team. When young players joined, old players would tell. One day Babe ate 12 hot dogs. Ann's story always ended same way. And that day he hit 2 home runs. And young players amazed. Really? Really, Babe Ruth could do anything. This story explains Babe Ruth. Wasn't just player, was phenomenon, was more than baseball talent, was personality, was attitude, was belief system. I'm different, I'm special. Rules don't apply to me. I find my own way. And that attitude made him legend. Not just his hits, not just his home runs. His lifestyle, his way of doing everything big. Big eating, big betting, big performing, big winning, everything big, everything unforgettable. And that 12 hot dog day was perfect example. Perfect Babe Ruth moment. Impossible claim. Skeptical teammates. Amazing performance. Victory, money, celebration. Then more food at dinner. Because why not? This was Babe Ruth. And Babe Ruth never stopped, never slowed down, never said enough. Always more. More hot dogs, more home runs, more life, more legend. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe. Join channel for more unforgettable Babe Ruth moments. And leave comment sharing your thoughts. Would you take Ruth's 12 hot dog bet if you were his teammate? Or too risky? I want to hear your opinions.